to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. You a badass bitch that don't get swallowed in that fat ass bitch. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. You a badass bitch that don't get swallowed in that fat ass bitch. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. They shooting in the parking lot. Everybody get low. Now stand by soldier, and let the work the motherfucking ass like I told you. Stand by soldier, and let the work the motherfucking ass like I told you. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. You a badass bitch that don't get swallowed in that fat ass bitch. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. You a badass bitch that don't get swallowed in that fat ass bitch. I got
the most
racks
fluffiest
to the
flow you
ATM
want. I keep
jam.
forgetting my mic
Tell me
is
what
off.
you wanna do.
Every time I turn my mic off, I forget to turn it back on. So all the people I shouted out who didn't hear me, shout out to Smoking.
Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks
What up, Donna?
TM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. You a
What up, MLW?
badass bitch that don't get swallowed in that fat ass bitch. I got racks to the
What up,
ATM
Richard
jam.
Hill?
Tell me what you wanna do.
What
I
up,
got
Elizabeth?
Racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the
One
ATM
more
jam.
thing, hold on.
Tell me what you wanna do. You a badass bitch
Let me do a
that
couple
don't get
more
swallowed in that fat ass bitch. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. They shooting in the parking lot. Everybody get low. They shooting in the parking lot. They ain't where you wanna go. Now stand by soldier, and let the work the motherfucking ass like I told you. Stand by soldier, and let the work the motherfucking ass like I told you.
One more thing. We got 9 minutes still. Shout out to Miss Long. Golly. Look at my TikTok jumping. I love it. Shout out to Dr. Chris. Shout out to Johnny Brown. Shout out to Penny. Let's get it. All right. Let's begin. Let's begin. How is everyone? How y'all doing? Did you miss me? How are we this evening? Shout outs to Drenda Spencer on Twitch. Thank you so much, Drenda. And remember, Drenda, if you're gonna spam me, be sure to contribute to the Cash App. $ Prosperity U LLC. All right. That's what I'm talking about. We have contributors in the building. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you guys for tuning in. Welcome to this multi-million dollar podcast. I am your host, Kev Prosper, the owner and founder of Prosperity U LLC. Prosperity U LLC is creating a society of wealth, positivity, and inspiration. You are tuned into Love and Money, the podcast of Prosperity U LLC. Thank you for contributing to the Cash App above, $ Prosperity U LLC. What you see up there is a QR code. If you screenshot this stream, zoom in, tap, and hold it in your Photos app, it will take you to the Cash App at $ Prosperity U LLC. Make sure you go over there and give it everything you got. And then after you do that, visit the website below. prosperunlimited.com. Right there. Allow that website to change your life. I guarantee it, because it changed mine. Thank you for liking, subscribing, following, and sharing. But most importantly, thank you for sharing, because sharing is caring. That's right, boys and girls. And if you like the show, give a gift or just give a like. The likes are free. The likes are free. And remember, we do this every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Last but not least, remember to invest in the brand Prosperity U LLC. All right, let's begin. Topic of discussion for today, the Target DEIs. The Target DEI. Target has eyes, and they have DEs in it. Oh, Tabitha Brown. I want to discuss that too. So I've been seeing the ramblings with Tabitha Brown warning people about beware. Target is targeting. Who are they targeting? We shall see. Right? Tabitha is very prominent. Let's see. This is the news on the Target DEIs. So what I'm doing right now, I'm gathering intel. I know I should have did this before the show started, right? But you guys love me, and I love you. I love me. You love you. All right. Where's my folder? I gotta open my folder back up again. So the Target DEI. So I heard Trump is making some major moves in this new presidency. He's putting a lot of stopping a lot of things and starting a lot of things. So let's see what's all the goings on is going to be about. And then I hear it's not just Target, it's It's multiple stores like Target. So let's see. So what is Target doing? Target is concluding its 3-year DEI goals. And for those who were like me and who didn't know, DEI stands for diversity, ethnicity, and diversity, ethnicity, inclusion. Something. Wait, hold on. See, now I got to get to Googling. What does DEI stand for? See, somebody already Googled it for me. It done popped up. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. So this is kind of like on the whole civil rights type of time. Shout outs to Eric Rutledge. Shout outs to Lachey. Where's my soundboard at? Thank you guys for tuning in. So this is in the whole vein of the new age civil rights, diversity, equity, and inclusion. So diversity would be for like the black people, the black and brown people, right? And then the equity would be for like the disabled. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're physically disabled or mentally disabled. And then inclusion would be for like the ABCD LGBTQ, right? Shout outs to them. You know what I mean? And so it's concluding its 3-year DEI goals. It's concluding its racial equity action and change initiatives, and it's stopping all external diversity focused surveys. Interesting. And I know there's a lot of people middle class all around, whether you're lower middle class, and upper middle class. A lot of middle class people like to shop at Target. You know what I mean? Whenever I'm in Target, I see both people of color and of non-color. However, the employees, I see employees, I know personally employees of Target who are of color. You know what I mean? So it does lead me to question, like, how does this affect them? You know, like how will this affect them? How will it affect their job going forward? That's questionable. So like if you're let's say if you're a black ABCD LGBTQ person, and you work at Target right now, what's your future? What's the situation like for your job security? What's your job security like, right? And then a lot of times, some people, I notice a lot of times, if you don't quote unquote fit into a job, you know what I mean, you tend to be on the bubble where, you know, one slip up and they have no problem letting you go. You know what I mean? We have to understand there's levels to slavery. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's something that we don't expound on enough. We just like to call things slavery, and then, like, especially if it's blatant, like what they're doing in North Africa. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. But I do believe there's levels to slavery, and that was something I picked up on early in my young adulthood. You know what I mean? I just saw the writings on the wall, and I was just like, I can't live like this. I don't know how other people live like this, but I can't. I don't know how they do it. You know what I mean? And so yeah, there's levels to slavery. You know what I mean? If you work a job where you can be easily replaced, you're a slave. Like I think, like, we just need to call a spade a shovel. And when we think of a slave, we think of somebody in chains being dehumanized. No. This is modern age. You know, it's way more deeper and advanced. You know, the value you bring to your job determines your slavehood. Now you're thinking, well, no one flips burgers like I do. The burgers taste the same. You know what I mean? Like, hey, come on now, let's be real. So yeah, I think it always behooves any employee, not any and every employee, to keep their ear to the street and be able to ride, to be flexible and ride with the wave. Now, let's get into some AI. Let me talk to the AI a little bit and get some more intel of what is going down. So let me use my microphone. Hold on, let me delete that. What is the Target DEI conclusion all about? Wait, my fault. What is the Target DEI conclusion all about? And then I'm gonna send it. Let's see what it says. Can it read it out loud?
The Target DEI conclusion is about the company's decision to end some of its diversity, equity, and inclusion DEI initiatives while reiterating its commitment to inclusion and belonging. Target will no longer participate in third-party diversity surveys, including the Human Rights Campaign's Corporate Equality Index. The company's supplier diversity team has been renamed Supplier Engagement, reflecting its inclusive global procurement process. Target will also conclude its 3-year diversity, equity, and inclusion goals and its racial equity action and change initiatives.
So what that sounds like to me is they're saying we're no longer going to let you tell us what we should include. That's what that sounds like. We are our own corporation. You know what I mean? We should run our company the way we want to. And we shouldn't hire someone just because you say so. That sounds like generic capitalism to me. You know what I mean? I don't see what the uproar is about. And I'm gonna get to the core of the uproar. Not to rhyme, but I'm gonna get to the core of it, or my opinion, my take on it all. But it doesn't sound like Target is being racist all of a sudden. No, it doesn't sound like that. No, it just sounds like Target is just trying to make sense. Okay, so now let's talk. Let's see what Tabitha Brown had to say about the whole situation, because I'm hearing talks about her being her having a say so in this. What is Tabitha Brown's take on the Target DEI conclusion? Let's see what it says. So let's see what it says.
Tabitha Brown has expressed concern about the potential impact of a Target boycott on Black-owned businesses like hers. She acknowledged the frustration with Target's decision to scale back its DEI initiatives, but warned that a boycott could negatively affect the sales of businesses that have partnered with Target. She emphasized that a boycott could hurt Black businesses that have worked hard to be placed in retail spaces.
Oh, okay. So she's actually against the boycott. Now that's something. This is a peculiar situation. Because there are when you're a retail supplier, because what did it say? Like one of so it's, what does it say? The company's quote unquote supplier diversity team has been renamed to Supplier Engagement. So now they're stopping their whole DEI initiative. You know what I'm saying? Renaming their supply, and that's big, because most retail chains, they live off of their suppliers. And Target, especially like Target and Walmart, namely, they do have a lot of their hygiene products. They do have like a catered section of hygiene products for Black people's skin, Black people's hair, because the texture of the hair is different. The texture of the skin is different. You know what I mean? So there's a lot more to it. And so they have, the black dollar is one of the Black consumer is one of the biggest consumers in America. And, it behooves most retailers, especially namely Target and Walmart, to honor that and uphold that to some degree. You know what I mean? You know, like, and it's, you know, when you listen to you know, like these intellectual, educated blacks, I hate to say it like that, but you know what I mean? But when you listen to a lot of them, when they talk about the black dollar and black consumerism, in a way, it's pretty sad about how so much of our dollar goes outside of our community, and there's so many layers of reasons for that. I attribute a lot of that to the psychology of the black community. You know, the inadequacy and the inadequate feeling, the validation, the white man's water is wetter of you know, thing that black people have about themselves, where they want to just spend their money on what's considered status, and they want to look rich and not be rich. I attribute a lot of that psychology to the consumerism effect of the black dollar, and why the black dollar is so powerful, you know, to the extent that stores like Target and Walmart have an entire section in their hygiene, a section within a section dedicated to black people. You know what I mean? So what Tabitha Brown is highlighting is that you may be in the process of hurting Target, you're also hurting us, because Tabitha Brown is not the only black-owned brand on the shelves of stores like Target and Walmart. You know what I mean? I mean, we could just run down the list, especially the black women. They can call it out, you know, off top, the brands that they invest in. You know, so it's ironic. I thought she was saying, you know, when I was just scrolling through and glancing through the social medias, I thought she was saying, yeah, boycott them. But no, she's saying, yo, if you hurt them, you hurt us. You know. So and it would make sense that a boycott would be the first, you know, the first instinct. You know, a lot of these modern thinkers say, you know, protesting is worthless. Protesting, I don't think protesting will always exist. Protesting, good old fashioned angry people in the streets will always exist. Going on strike and all those kind of things, I think they'll always exist, and they do have some sort of effectivity to some degree. You have to respect it. The top is nothing without the bottom. The elites are nothing without the bourgeois. However, which way you want to talk about the economic stratosphere of the way things are, the socioeconomic setup, you know, you always you're nothing without the people on the bottom. You know what I mean? And you got to respect that. Nonetheless. So yeah, but then brands like Tabitha Brown, this whole new initiative, this new initiative that Target is doing, it does. I would assume it does pose a threat. However, in business, where there's threat, there's also opportunity. You know what I mean? It's sort of like the TikTok ban. I was like, you know, I was sitting on pins and needles, like, well, okay, when this ban goes down, which cream is going to rise to the top? Which social media platform is going to rise to the top? Right? And so for someone like Tabitha Brown, and as popular as she is and how marketable her brand is, if Target were to elbow her out, you know, oh well, we're no longer doing DEI, so if we don't want to work with you anymore, we don't have to. If the Target wants to turn their noses up at her, you know, like you know how well she would do, you know what I'm saying, going somewhere else. You know what I'm saying, being sort of like a boutique brand, like a niche boutique brand. You know what I'm saying, and then she can raise her premium. You know what I mean, like she can. This is an opportunity. You know, but you know, these boycotts, there's a whole ecosystem, and I think the black dollar, quote unquote, or the black consumer is too intertwined and emaciated, if that's the word, I don't know, but the black consumer is too intertwined into the general economy for us to boycott anything. You know what I mean? I can recall, what was it? Killer Mike, he did the Netflix special where he tried to go a week without with only spending money in a black business, and he damn near died. He damn near died. Like, it was it was ridiculous. He couldn't find nothing. He had to go way out. You know what I'm saying? It was so minuscule, and even in a predominantly black city like Atlanta, he still struggled to spend money in the black community in black businesses, and so that gives me a realization that the black consumer or the black dollar doesn't even exist. It's like the chameleon is there, but you don't see him. You know what I'm saying? He's there, but you don't see him. If black people were to boycott this and boycott that, it would hurt black people ultimately. That's who. That's a stark reality. That's a stark reality. You know what I mean? So that's interesting. Let's see what else is out there. Let's see what else is goings on in the world and things. What was my favorite website? The ASAP Rocky legal battle. So let's see what this is about. Alleged assaults and more. So I wouldn't say I'm a fan of ASAP Rocky, but I do appreciate his story. So let's see what this is about. Hold on, let me fix this.
A$AP Rocky's legal battle is unfolding, and it is far from fashion killer vibes, okay? He's facing 2 counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm. And the spotlight is burning brighter than ever, especially when it comes to his jury makeup. But honestly, it don't seem like A$AP's attorney is really tripping, because according to him, the people's case is weak at best, so they're going to go ahead and take it to trial. So let me break this down for you. I'm Legally Hype, and this is TSR News. Rapper and fashion icon A$AP Rocky, whose real name is Raheem Myers, has been charged with 2 counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm. The alleged victim in this case is A$AP Rocky's former friend, A$AP Relly, whose real name is Terrell Efron. Now, if convicted, A$AP Rocky could face up to 20 years in a California prison. So now prosecutors are claiming that on November 6, 2021, Relly and Rocky had got into it one night out in Hollywood over Rocky allegedly refusing to help pay for the funeral costs of another member of the A$AP Mob music group named A$AP Josh. So then that argument ended, another one started, at which time Rocky allegedly pulled out a semi-automatic handgun and fired twice in the direction of the victim. So now, according to Efron, the bullets grazed his knuckles, and that's where the assault part comes from. Okay, I'm not the attorney on this case, but you know what? Maybe he went like this. It's possible. We're gonna let it play out in trial. Now, I think it's also crucial to note that later on, Efron did acknowledge that, in fact, Rocky did end up help paying for the funeral arrangements. But I'm gonna just stick to the trial. So, according to court filings, nearly a dozen Los Angeles County police officers responded to the scene of the alleged shooting that night, but they didn't find any evidence of a crime. And so the story goes that for whatever reason, Efron returned to the scene of the crime later, at which time he discovered 2 shell casings. So now there is a video that seems to show someone resembling A$AP Rocky holding a handgun. However, reports indicate that the footage is unclear because it doesn't definitively show who the person is or the actual shooting itself. Rocky's attorney stated that there is no forensic evidence linking him to the shooting, nor are there any eyewitnesses. And he also argues that the prosecution's case is weak, okay? Which probably explains why A$AP Rocky recently declined a pretty sweet plea deal offered by the prosecutors. Right before the start of jury selection, prosecutors offered A$AP Rocky a deal that would require him to spend 180 days in jail. Honestly, if that, because when you think about good time and if they even got space for him, whatever. 3 years of probation, and a 7-year suspended sentence. But Rocky said, nah, I'm good. We gonna take this to trial. I ain't gonna hold you. You gotta be real confident in your case to turn down 180 days in jail.
Yeah.
Knowing that you facing 24 years in prison.
Yeah.
Now, up until recently, Team Rocky has been quite cocky, okay? But when they started picking that jury, it was a completely different story. So after jury selection went down, Rocky's team was like, hold up. It's not enough black people on this jury. In fact, Rocky's team filed a motion to ask the judge
has to be a jury of your peers
about the jury pool, and the judge was like, no, you get what you got. So now the defense does plan to appeal this decision, but the judge is completely unbothered, okay? He kind of like, you know what, baby, do whatever you need to do, but until then, we're going to carry on with jury selection, and we're going to use the people we have in this pool here. So now the reason the defense believes the jury pool is an issue is because, according to their metrics, the geographic area where the jurors were pulled from is 9% black. However, less than 5% of the jurors who were summoned to show up to the court are black. This means that it is entirely possible that none of the jurors on this case will be black. Now, this could be harmful for the defense because people who are in the culture already know. While everybody and their mama seemingly loves the culture, they don't always understand the culture or respect the nuances of the culture.
Right.
And the last thing you want when you face it up to 24 years in prison is a bunch of people who do not speak your language interpreting what you have going on. Now, even the Reverend Al Sharpton didn't weigh in on this, okay?
I think I'll stop it right there. That's good intel. That's good intel. That's good. So the ASAP Rocky trial, that sound it sounds weak. it sounds very, very weak. And yeah, like she said, you got to be real confident. You know what I'm saying, to face a trial like this, and to know. Hold on. Yeah, you got to be real confident to face something like you could have did 180 days. What I'm thinking is it's sort of like the Irv Gotti trial, the Irv Gotti Murder Inc. trial, where if he would have took the charge, if he would have took whatever they was charging him on, if he would have took, because they charged him on a RICO with the Queens Kingpin Supreme, and they charged him with like some sort of like embezzlement, like he started his company illegally. That's what they were trying to say. And so, if he would have just taken and say, "Yeah, my bad, I'm guilty," then that would have domino affected a whole bunch of other charges implicating him with Supreme, and it would have shut down business altogether. Even though the business didn't necessarily survive well after that trial, you know what I'm saying, because so many people distanced themselves, but nonetheless, he managed to ultimately stay out of prison. Really, that's what really matters, right? He managed to stay out of prison behind all of that. And so I'm thinking that was probably the mode of thinking for ASAP Rocky. Whereas, if I give in and take this little 180 days, it might open up a whole bunch of other mess concerning this gun charge. Where's I'm trying to get the picture for it. Oh, there it is. All right, bet. I was like, where is it? I know I downloaded it. Yeah. And it does sound very weak. Now, I'm wondering, like, why is his homeboy prosecuting him? It's like he realized he got a billionaire wife. Oh, he trying to cake off of it or something? Like, what's going on? Like, why are you charging your homeboy off of an altercation that you more than likely feeling some way about because you expecting him to pay for the funeral? You know what I'm saying? Like, but this is what money does. This is what money does to some people. This is what money does to some relationships. So yeah, the ASAP Rocky thing. But like I said, it is weak. The jury selection. But the thing is, jury selection comes, like, both the prosecution and the defense have say so in the jury selection. So like, just because there's not enough black people, I mean, I get it, but I don't think that's going to make as much of a difference. Because I don't think the situation itself wasn't necessarily a black issue. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a white person and a black person. It was two black people. You know what I'm saying? It was two human beings. One allegedly shot at another one, right? That was the allegation. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's not that, it doesn't seem that far-fetched and wild. Snoop Dogg claps back at the crypto ball backlash. Coi Leray, Lizzo shares a few pics after reaching her goal weight. Oh boy, let's see what this wonder of Ozempic has done for her. Let me see. Hold on. Oh my bad. Let's see what this is looking like. I'm scared. I'm scared, y'all. I don't know what to think right about now. Cause I don't know. Last time I saw Lizzo, she was in the gym. You know what I'm saying? But I find it hard to believe that that's just natural. Even though she did look good though. Okay, she don't look too different from the last time I seen her. Yeah. She could call me. She could, you know what I mean? Like. And her head looks smaller now. Her head look a little smaller. I like it. Okay, go Lizzo. Wait, is this the only picture? Yeah, okay. Yeah. But go Lizzo. Yeah. There's not much going on there. Let's see about the Jasmine brand. Let's see what's going on with the Jasmine brand. Married to Medicine Sweet Tea details unaired confrontation. Real Housewives. Where was Michelle? All three. No, that's not news. Nene Leakes gets emotional over late husband Greg Leakes and slams the ex for spreading plastic surgery rumors. Boosie's pregnant fiance. There's a bunch of people. I don't care. Cardi B shows off her new butt crack piercing. Oh my God, no. And how many women are gonna try to follow that trend? No. Oh my gosh, I can't. Indiana daycare worker. That sounds sad. Doechii speaks on the success of her single "Denial is a River." I would play it, but I don't want to get copywritten. Disgruntled Walmart employee. LA Sparks acquire Kelsey Plum in blockbuster trade. All right. Sounds interesting. So, in other news, Trump did. I wouldn't call it a State of the Union, but he did do some talk in the news today. And he got into he talked about the foreign affairs and how basically we can't forget Trump is very much a salesman. You know what I'm saying? And you got to respect the salesman in him. You can't be a real estate mogul in New York City and not know how to be a salesman. You know what I mean? And he mentioned like the immigration crisis that the previous party had allowed is an invasion of America. You know what I mean? And I do believe that to some degree. I do understand that to some degree. It's a quiet invasion. When you think of an invasion, you think of, you know, ships on the seashore, you know, men storming the beach. You know what I'm saying? Putting ladders on walls and you know you think of some Lord of the Rings type, some kind of, you know, grim medieval craziness, right? You think of that kind of situation. But warfare, you know, when technology and the times become more modern and strategies become more advanced, you know, the warfare and the combat is going to become more advanced as well. And for someone in his seat, and being where he's been and being where he is now, for him to call it an invasion, it could be. I do believe that it's. I would say that's 75% propaganda, but there's also 25% truth in that. You know what I mean? And yeah, he makes a lot of guarantees. You know what I mean? And I think that's what people like about him. I was listening to Crimson Cure. She's a female YouTuber, very popular in her own right. You know what I'm saying? In her own community, she's very popular, and she's one of my favorite YouTubers right now. I love the feminine angle that she takes to a lot of the issues in the black community. Her name is Crimson Cure. You should look her up. It's a black woman with framed glasses like these and a Muslim hijab. Like she's awesome. She's beautiful. But yeah, she mentioned how, just because you don't like someone or you can't stand them, you know what I'm saying, doesn't mean you should dismiss their office. You should ignore them altogether. Just because you don't like somebody don't mean you should ignore them, especially when they're in a position of power or in somewhat of a position of power over you. You know what I mean? And I think that's something that's something black people got a long way to go about. You know what I'm saying? Like, just avoiding people just because they don't like them. You know what I mean? You got to look past. Life is not about who you like and who you don't like. You know what I'm saying? Or avoiding doing business with people just because you don't like them. You know what I mean? Like with the Target DEI situation, I do understand that Target is going to take some hurt. Is going to take quite a pinch to their bottom line with this new initiative. However, in the long run, it won't be that significant. I don't think so. You know what I mean? So just because you don't like somebody or just because you don't like a particular entity isn't going to slow them down or stop them. Boycotting them isn't going to slow them down or stop them. Instead, start your own Target. You know what I'm saying? Start your own DEI. You know what I'm saying? Start your own, And this is a conversation I was having with someone, with a personal friend of mine. I was having a conversation with this person, and I was telling them how, I remember saying something similar to this when Trump first got into office. But this was in regards to more so directed towards black people, whereas, someone like Trump, we need. I feel like black people need this kind of swift kick in the ass. You know what I'm saying? This is now our opportunity to finally get our shit together. We've been too comfortable too long. You know what I'm saying? This is our opportunity to get on top of our shit and get our shit together, and more so than anything, stick together and work together. This is the time. This is the time. I remember saying this when Kamala got elected. I said, black women, you know what I'm saying? The Kamala vote was all about you, wasn't it? And look where it got you. You know what I'm saying? So now atone. Get under, find a good black man and get under his guidance and his wisdom, right? And I think black people in general, this is your time to atone with yourselves and confront your own psychology in dealing with consumerism, and the individuality of the black community. We're so individual. I don't do what they do. I'm not like them. No, fuck all of that. None of that matters anymore. Like, come on, black people. None of it matters. You know what I mean? And because, and in my heart of hearts, at my core, I do not believe Trump is racist at all, but not by the least bit. I think he has too much, especially in the position he's in. He has too much on his plate to preoccupy himself with or prioritize black people at all. I don't think he's racist. Racism is such a strong word. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you people have not seen real racism. You know what I mean? So I don't think that's it. I do believe that Trump is a moneyist. if you want to call it that. He's not racist against black people. He's racist against poor people. You know what I'm saying? He was talking big talk. Yeah, we're gonna make America great again. We're gonna build this wall and all of these things. And I think he has more steam behind him in this presidency, especially after January 6th. But I do believe that I don't think he wants to oppress anyone. I think he wants to build. I think he wants to build business. From listening to him, it sounds like he wants to build more business. He was talking a lot about tariffs. He was talking about tariffing European countries. These are quote unquote white countries, right? He was talking about tariffing European countries. He was talking about making Canada a state. You know what I mean? But it sounded oxymoronic because he was like, we don't need anything from Canada. We don't benefit from anything from Canada. They have their own cars. We don't benefit from them. And da, 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 da. So I'm like, well, if you don't benefit from them, why you want them to join the union? Like, what the, you know what I mean? Like, he was talking about a lot of things, and it didn't necessarily sound like he's gonna tear down this and tear down that. It sounds more like he's gonna put more money into this and more money into that. He's building up the corporation of America, not necessarily the country of America. And yeah, like he said, there are only two genders. Right? So I'm pretty sure if I were a person of LGBTABCDYFZ, one of those people, then yeah, I'm gonna feel a way about him being in office and the way he carries himself, especially if I'm fatherless, right? And I'm not used to this kind of authority. Yeah, it's gonna strike me. It's gonna give me anxiety. Yeah, of course. But if you're spineless and fatherless, you know what I'm saying? This is your time to atone. You know what I'm saying? This is your time to atone. You know what I'm saying? And get right. Draw a line in the sand for once in your life. This anything goes philosophy goes. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Because there has to be a balance. There has to be some sort of balance. And I do believe someone like Trump, his energy, his spirit, is an agent or catalyst for balance. Whether I like it or not, you know what I'm saying? Whether I like it or not, whether you like it or not, he's a catalyst for balance. You know what I mean? And I remember I said that when he first got in office, like, he's gonna keep us on our toes and make us get our shit together, and it's something that we need. Very much so. So with that being said, you guys have all been so wonderful. I love you guys so much. I want to thank each and every last one of you for tuning into this multi-billion-dollar stream. I am your host, Kev Prosper, the owner and founder of Prosperity U LLC. Prosperity U LLC is creating a society of wealth, positivity, and inspiration. You are tuned into Love and Money, the podcast of Prosperity U LLC. Thank you for liking, subscribing, following, and sharing. But most importantly, thank you for sharing, because sharing is caring. Thank you for contributing to the Cash App above. $ Prosperity U LLC. What you see up there is a QR code. If you screenshot this and zoom in and tap and hold in the Photos app, it will take you to the Cash App at $ Prosperity U LLC. Make sure you go over there and give it everything you got. And then visit the website below at prosperunlimited.com. Allow that website to change your life. I guarantee it, because it changed mine. Yes. And remember, we do this every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And last but not least, remember to invest in the brand Prosperity ULLC. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys next Monday. Bye.
Be sure to shop Amazon with Prosperity ULLC. Link in the description.
These are all of my books. My very first book, Leave the Fairy Tales Up to Disney, The Reality of Dating. Haunted Truths, a romance murder mystery set in the heart of Brooklyn during the 1980s, during the height of the crack era. Switch, my romantic comedy. My trilogy, Spirit of the Machine, 1, 2, and 3, sci-fi action thriller. My poem anthology, Red Garden. That is System of the Sun. That's my book on organizational skills. Don't wait till I get rich to buy that book. New Shoes. That's my book on self-esteem, on how to love yourself. Ratchetology. Yes, I'm the ratchetologist. Take my advice. Visit ProsperUnlimited.com and click Travel to book your next vacation.
Do that freaky jam on the beat. Dizzy with that butter shit that bone feed. Did you double do that song sing. Flicky with some butter sit that bone sing. If you cheeky cheddar check, I get her own cheese. As a chicken with that head or this bitch that won't be with the official with that whole sleeve. Let me see the wish that with that long.
I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. You a badass bitch. That don't get swallowed in that fat ass bitch. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks.
Be sure to shop Amazon with Prosperity ULLC. Link in the description.